Hello guys, today we are going to do the inverse Laplace transform of 1 over s power 4 plus 1. And here we are going to use the partial fraction this time, but with the compass partial fraction. Let me show you guys how do we do this Laplace transform. First, we are going to write this s power 4 as our s square and then square. And then I'm going to write this one as I square. You know that I square is equal to -1, so I put a negative sign in front, so it becomes +1. So just doesn't change anything. We just get the same result, negative I square, which is +1. And then we are going to use the rule a square minus b square, which is our a, which is s square here, plus I times s square minus I. And then here I'm going to use the partial fraction. But it's really easy here. You can see s squared plus I and then s squared minus I. This is like the conjugate. I'm going to do that. First, I'm going to add our s squared plus I here. You know that you have a s squared on the top, so we're gonna minus that and then plus another I. On the top is 2I. We can change. We need to keep our original, so we have to do this. Yes, we have to put a 1 over 2I in front of it. And then next step, we are going to just use the partial fraction. And then this s squared plus I, s squared plus I, is cancelled out to be 1. So here you just get 1 over s squared minus I here. And then you are going to get here negative s squared plus I. We can just factorize the negative side, so it becomes negative side times parentheses s squared minus I. So you can cancel this two things out, so you can get our negative, and then distribute the 1 over 2I, and then times the inverse Laplace transform of our 1 over s squared plus I, like that. And then we are going to use the formula, which is our inverse Laplace transform of our s over s squared plus a squared, which is equal to our psi at. Yes, always the t, variable t. And then here we need an s on the top. And first thing first, we need a square here, a square, positive a square. And then here is the deal. I'm going to write this s squared minus I as our plus negative I, like that. This is the same thing. And then I'm going to take a square root and then take a square. It's the same thing, right? After taking a square root and then square that thing. And then here I'm going to do the same thing as well. S squared plus root I and then square that. And here on the top we need an s here, so we need to multiply by our square root of negative I, and then here square root of I. But we need to keep things original, so we have to multiply by square root of I here, and then here we need to multiply by our square root of negative I, like that. And the next thing we are going to do is, let me just get rid of this. I forgot how to get rid of this red thing. Wait a minute. Yes. Let's continue. And then therefore this thing, after you taking a inverse Laplace transform, you pretty much just get our psi square root of negative I times our t, and minus 1 over 2I times root I, and then times psi, and then root I times t here. And here I'm going to factorize 1 over 2I here. And then here remember the formula. Yes, remember when you do something like this, square root of I, which is equal to 1 plus I over square root of 2, and then square root of negative I, which is equal to 1 minus I over square root of 2. And then we are going to do the 1 over square root of I here. Therefore, we just get the reciprocal of it, So we can get our root 2 over 1 minus I here, and then times psi. And here, square root of negative I, which is just 1 over 1 minus I over square root of 2 times t, like that. And then we are going to minus 1 over square root of I, which is reciprocal of this. 1 plus I over 2, and then take a reciprocal, which is square root of 2 over 1 plus I times psi, and the square root of I, which is 1 plus I over square root of 2, and then times t, like that. And then here, I'm going to simplify a little bit, and then take a square root of 2 outside, right? Take a square root of 2 outside, and the square root of 2 over 2, which is 1 over square root of 2. I like to write this in this form. You cannot follow me, you can still write as square root of 2 over 2. Feel free, yes, up to you. So we can write this as square root of 2 times I. And then here, I'm going to multiply the conjugate. 1 minus I and then 1 plus I, you can see. I'm going to multiply with the conjugate. Remember to put the parentheses and then multiply by parentheses 1 plus I on the top and bottom. I really don't know how to get rid of these red things. But but I'm sorry. I really don't know how to do. And then here, it disappears. And it appears again. Never mind. I hope you guys just can stand this. And here, multiply by 1 minus I here. And here, 1 minus I times 1 plus I, which is our 1 minus I squared, which will give you 2 here. So we can factorize that 2. So we have 2 here. Right? Factor out the 1 over 2, so you can get 1 over 2 times square root of 2I here. And then here, I'm going to get our, after factorize square root of 2 and then 2 outside, you can get 1 plus I. And then psi, I'm going to just distribute the t here. You get psi t over square root of 2, and then minus our, right, psi t over square root of 2 minus I t over square root of 2. I'm going to just distribute. Let me show you more step. T over square root of 2 time, minus I t over square root of 2, and then minus 1 minus I, and then psi, distribute the t, you can get t over square root of 2 plus I t over square root of 2. And then next thing, you get 1 over 2 times square root of 2 times I here. And here, I'm going to use the formula psi a minus b, which you can get psi. First, we are going to get t over square root of 2, and then time cosine of our I t over 2, and then remember to put a parenthesis here. And then plus 1 plus I times this entire thing, psi something. And then you have a negative psi, just keep the negative sign, and then take a cosine of t over square root of 2. And then times psi of I over t, a square root of 2. Remember to put a square root of 2 here. And then we are going to get minus 1 minus I. And then times psi something plus something. So you can get, also put a parenthesis. And then psi t over square root of 2 times cosine I t over square root of 2. And then plus cosine t over square root of 2. Since I don't have enough space, so I'm going to write it here. Times our psi over our I t over square root of 2, like that. And then I'm going to call this thing, I'm going to call this psi t over square root of 2 cosine I t over square root of 2, which is equal to a. And then cosine t over square root of 2 times psi I t over square root of 2, which is equal to b. And then same thing, and then same thing. I'm going to just simplify this thing here. So we just have our put a note here. Nook. 1 plus I, right? Times our a minus b. Just follow the step. Time a minus b, and then minus 1 minus I times a plus b. I'm going to simplify. First, distribute the 1 into it. Yeah. 1 time a, which is a, 1 time negative b, which is negative b, and then plus ai minus bi, and then, wow, and then minus 1 time a, which is negative a, and then minus 1 time b, which is negative b, minus 1 time minus negative I, which is I times a, so we can get our positive ai, and then positive I times b, which is plus bi, and then you can cancel something, and then you can cancel out the negative bi, and then a and negative a, so we can get our 2ai minus 2b, so we can factorize the 2 outside, which is 2 times ai minus b. So after factorizing the 2, you just get rid of this 2. Yeah, so you can write this as 1 over square root of 2 times I, and then times, after simplify, you get a, our a, which is psi t over square root of 2 cosine I t over, this is annoying, I t over square root of 2, and then minus, time I. It says time I, and minus that b, we name it as our cosine t over square root of 2 sine I t over square root of 2, like that. And then use our identity, cosine I times something, which is quash, just squash the hyperbolic function cosh t over square root of 2 I times something, right? And then time I, we know that we have an I here, and then minus cosine t over square root of 2, keep it, and then sine I times something, which is I times, remember the formula, sine of I times something, which is I times sinh of that thing, so we can write this as sinh t over square root of 2 times I, and then you just cancel the I here, you can see I and I are gone, so therefore our result is gonna be equal to, let me just write here, which is sine of t over square root of 2 times cos t over square root of 2 minus cosine t over square root of 2 times sinh t over square root of 2 over square root of 2, and this is our result. Let me just spot the answers here. Yes, spot the answers. Yeah, you can see the result is really beautiful. From here just to here, let me just add it. I don't know how to get rid of this thing. This is annoying, I forget. Yeah, here's our result. Sine of t over square root of 2 times cos t over square root of 2 minus cosine t over square root of 2 times sinh t over square root of 2 over square root of 2. This is our result. And bye. Stay tuned for more quality videos. And bye.